Hey guys, just heading out to the grocery store. I need to pick up a couple of things. Today is Taco Tuesday, so we're gonna do Indian tacos. So if you don't know what they are, stick around and I'll show you. I'll make them for you guys, and I'll include the recipe in the description below. You'll find the recipe as well, and they are so yummy. There's a couple of ways of doing it, and I haven't quite decided what I'll do yet. So we'll wait and see. Hey guys, I'm gonna get ready to make some bannock like I said I would earlier. I've decided that we're gonna do the traditional Indian bannock today, so that is made with baking powder and not yeast. If you use yeast in your bannock, where I'm from in Newfoundland, it's actually called a towton, and it's usually made after you've mixed up homemade bread and you have leftover dough. You would fry that up in a pan and call it fry bread or towtons. So today we're just going to do the traditional bannock, Indian bannock. So I've got some flour, some water, some baking powder, and some salt, some sea salt. And we're going to get started and mix this up. Okay, so we're going to add 4 cups of flour to this bowl. And then we are going to add in 2 tablespoons of baking powder. More or less. Usually if I'm making this, I don't actually follow a recipe. I've made it so many times I really don't need to. You sort of get a feel for it. And I'm just going to do 1 heaping teaspoon of sea salt. Once you get your flour, your baking powder, and your sea salt in your bowl, you just want to mix it through so that it is kind of blended well, and you want to make a well in the middle. Now I filled up this with water. You should probably use about 2 cups of water, but it's just a feel thing. So you just keep adding water and stirring it through. Just using the one hand. You want to try to keep the other hand clean. You're just kneading it in, turning the bowl, folding the flour into the water, and you want to get a nice consistency, not too runny. If it's too wet, you can always sprinkle some flour onto your dough, which is what I'm going to do here in a minute. So it's a little bit wet. I'm going to add some flour. Start forming a bun, and you want to knead this really good. Just keep adding flour. Then you just take some and you can rub the flour on your hands and you'll get the wet dough off. Just like this. And then you just want to fold it into itself. Just grab the end, and it's called kneading your bread, or your dough in this case. So some people add oil, I don't. Some people also use milk. I prefer to use water. There's a lot of different recipes on the internet. This is what I know. So, and the point is to just keep kneading. So you're probably going to be about 5 minutes working this dough, so that when you fry it, it's nice and moist in the middle. You don't want it so heavy that it's dry when you fry it. So can get in with 2 fists if you need to, really punch it down. So I would suggest that you make your dough for your bannock. I would personally say at least let it rest after you've kneaded it for a good half an hour. If you can get it for longer, that would be even better. And you're just going to put a damp tea towel over the top of it and just set it aside in a warm area and let it rest. This is a good workout for your arms if you don't have a gym membership. I think that's pretty good. Just going to add a little bit of oil to it so it doesn't stick to my bowl. Just kind of smooth it around your dough. Make sure your dough is all covered and maybe even the sides of your bowl. And then just knead your dough into a round ball. Okay, so now we're just going to put a clean damp dishcloth or tea towel over the top of it. And we're just going to set it aside here. And for me, probably about an hour. And then I'll come back and show you guys how to fry it all up. Hey guys, so getting ready right now to fry up our bannock. It has been resting for just over an hour, and I'm going to cut it up into individual balls now and get it ready to fry up. So I'm going to turn the GoPro back on and film how I fry it. Okay guys, so we're just going to break off some dough and then form it into a circle. It doesn't have to be perfect. We need to get our oil nice and hot. We'll probably get 2 at a time in here. You don't want them super thin. You want them to be nice and fluffy on the inside. And we'll just fry those until they're golden brown and flip them over. Get 8 pieces out of that batch that I made up. I'm going to check and see. Golden brown. I probably put about a cup and a half of vegetable canola oil in the pan here. And they do rise up a bit, which is what you hope for. And I think that leaving your dough to rest Like I said, a minimum of half an hour. If you can do it for an hour plus, it really helps your dough. It becomes really nice and fluffy. It's not really heavy, because you don't want heavy bannock. Another thing too, you want your oil hot enough that it doesn't absorb a lot of grease to your bannock, but not so hot that it burns it on the outside before it cooks it on the inside. You don't want to be eating raw dough, so just pay attention to the temperature of your oil. And these aren't going to fold like a normal taco would. That's not the intention. You're just going to put your toppings on the top of them, and you would probably use a knife and a fork to eat. So once these two are done, we're going to get our toppings ready for our Indian tacos, and I'll show you what they look like, loaded up and ready to eat. Okay guys, I got my bannock on my plate. I'm just going to add some refried beans and a bit of lettuce. I made some homemade guacamole. I'm just going to put it here on the side. And I've got some cheese. Grated up some cheddar cheese. Going to sprinkle that on the top. Got some sour cream. Going to put a little dab of that on the top. Got our homemade salsa right from Newfoundland, from Paul. We're going to add some of that too. And I've got some shrimp for mine because I don't eat chicken. So I'm going to put a couple of shrimp on the top. And there you have it. That is an Indian taco. So happy Taco Tuesday, everybody. I'll catch up with you soon. I'm on my way out the door after dinner to yoga again tonight. Hey guys, just finished yoga and I am going to be heading home now. It was another relaxing session. It's hatha yoga that we're doing, right, Deb? Mm-hmm. Gentle, right? Yeah. Gentle hatha yoga. Tonight was candlelight. And tonight was candlelight. So it was very calm and relaxed. So yeah, heading home now. I'll check in with you guys shortly. Say hi to Deb. You're on the vlog, Deb, again. Hey guys, so I am home from yoga, and this was a 2-week free trial that I had, and it's over. And I really liked it. There's a few things that I struggled with, but you know, that's my own flexibility issues and stuff. There's a pose that you do, and I don't recall the name of it, but I remember doing it thinking, I need to get out of my head because I think I'm a hobbit. I think my arms are too short because I can't reach the ground on the other side of my knee when it's bent. Anyways, yeah, pretty funny. But on the way home tonight, we stopped at another new studio in town, and they do hot yoga. And we were invited to try them out for a week. So I think we're also going to try hot yoga, and then we can make a decision on which we prefer. The hot yoga studio is closer to where we live on this side of town, so that's convenient. Anyhow, I'm going to hop on the computer now and start editing my vlog to get it up on YouTube. Thanks for hanging out with me today on my adventure. I really hope you guys enjoyed the bannock. If you want to see more recipe type vlogs every now and then, let me know. Comment below. I love to cook, I love to bake, and I cook a lot of ethnic food, so yeah, let me know if you'd like to see more of that. I look forward to what tomorrow has in store, and remember to be good to yourself.